The storm has passed, but the island remains in its wake. The weather is erratic, a back-and-forth pattern between periods of sun and rain alike. For the island's animals, the anxieties brought by the event have not left. In the southern prairie, over a week of stress has finally exhausted Ernest, and for once, Doyle is the one keeping guard. By now, we expected the two herbivores to have moved on from the prairie. It appeared to be a turnaround point in their journey home. But every time they try to leave the area and reach the edge of the forest, this happens. It is clear now. This is exactly where their pursuers wanted them, and now that they're here, they stand little chance of escape. In the northern forest, the small creek near the Tyrannosaurus nest is quiet and void of visitors. For Jane, this is an ideal opportunity to clean her wounds. Active bleeding stopped long ago for the cuts on her face, and the blood that stains her now is only dry. The wounds from her fight with Rose have already stopped bleeding as well, but are still likely sensitive. For the first time in too long, Jane looks like herself again. Further north, Arya is resting, her stomach still completely empty. She's still alive, but not by much. The little scavenger has flown off, apparently surprised to find out that Arya was not a corpse after all. The large allosaur catches her breath as a massive figure appears out of the lush vegetation. A male triceratops, a prey item impossible for Arya to handle in her current state, a deadly reminder of just how weak she has become. For the Utah Raptors, the storm hit hard. A fraction of the dark woodland still stands, and most of the eastern plains were untouched by the fire. But along the edge of the woodland, the grasslands lit up just the same as the forest. The Camarasaurus body is ash. With their primary food source destroyed, and hardly any of their homes still left, the pack is barely holding together at all. Switchblade approaches his packmates, keeping Shredder's advances at bay. Katana is searching the area for food, her youthful energy proving useful as the rest of her pack continues to tire. Switchblade is only 1 year older than Katana, but his duties in the pack are a great deal more complex. He backs off for now, trusting his father to hold his own. Razor can no longer defend himself in his own pack. This is not the first time this has happened, and by now, we can be fairly certain that his infection has spread system-wide. In what remains of the dark woodland, the Styracosaurus herd is nearing the end of their journey. Running from a wall of flame did a number on Uno and Maggie alike, with their condition and wounds respectively now only made worse. They still have little idea where they actually are in the dark woodland, as evidenced by their slow and aimless movement, but this ominous region of trees has been made minuscule by the fire. If they just keep moving straight for any decent amount of time, they will find an edge. Maggie is asleep, not far away from the rest of the group. Strack and Uno are trying to get their bearings. No one saw Spike die. Not any members of the herd, not any members of our own crew, but we can be sure she never left a massive area of woodland that is now only smoldering debris. She did not make it out alive. Uno calls over Strack to take a look at something. Strack calls to his mother, but she doesn't respond. He stays a moment longer, then begins following the only family he has left. In the northern scrubland, Junior's patience is reaching a boiling point. He needs to hunt, for himself and for his offspring soon to hatch. But without a mate, He cannot leave his egg unattended. He doesn't dare to, not after everything that has happened. It's hard to say what actually happened to Charon. Epilepsy, a brain tumor. It doesn't matter. Either way, that egg is all Junior has left. Covered in eggshell and slime, an infant Tyrannosaurus Rex has emerged. We will name him Saber, grandchild of Bloodtooth and Grant, and Junior's son. The first of a new generation of tyrant lizard kings. In the northern forest, Jane is planning a change of tactics. Living off of carrion is neither sustainable nor predictable, not in the long run, and Jane needs a better way to build back her strength. She needs to hunt. Her raw physical strength will not be enough on its own, but for now, it is her sole focus. Rose and Titus are currently sleeping. The tooth marks in Rose's arm have ceased bleeding, but her humerus is shattered beyond functionality. Jane knows that if her packmates wake when she is away, there could be consequences. She needs a reason to be gone. In the northern grasslands, any and all herbivores are remaining out of sight. Jane roars, attempting to scare them out of hiding. But the animals of the area have not been scared. They know that they can kill Jane if they want to, and now they are agitated. There are no gaps in the herbivore's defenses, so Jane makes a gap. Jane escapes with her life. The blood of a juvenile Dinocurus coats the inside of her mouth. She now possesses a new wound on the left side of her snout, and wounds along her flank have been re-aggravated since her fight with Rose. She slinks off, her hunt a failure. In the dark woodland, Uno is sinking to a new low. Even with regular time to rest, he can hardly keep himself standing, let alone walking. Strack watches from a distance. Strack will wait patiently for his father. Light from the edge of the woodland is filtering through the trees. There's no need to rush things now. Their journey is almost over. In the northern scrubland, Junior is finally hunting. Now a fully formed, independent being, Saber is intelligent and capable of defending himself from small predators at least. Junior clearly would have preferred not to leave him, but he needs to bring food back to his son. A female Regaliceratops makes for a seemingly ideal prey item. All Junior needs is to be patient. Junior attacked early and had no chance of catching up with the young ceratopsid. But another potential prey animal is not far away. The same Psittacosaurus from his failed hunt days earlier. One deadly fall, and Junior's right ankle has been skewered on a protruding branch. Now he has no way to get back to Saber, and he is losing blood. By nightfall, the northern grasslands are lit only by the moon. Jane is here to find and feed upon the dead Dinosaur, but she cannot stay here for long, for fear of Rose noticing her absence. She moves quietly through the almost complete darkness. A distant roar sets her on hair-trigger alert. This far away, it is nearly impossible to determine what animal could have made the sound, but it sounds big. A different set of sounds draws Jane to a nearby corpse. Not the Dinosaur, but a large and fresh food source, if she can defend it. The small scavengers run off upon noticing Jane's presence. A small mammal makes an approach, but quickly changes his mind. One loud roar to keep the carnivores at bay, and Jane can feed in peace for at least a moment. She failed her hunt, but this midnight run was not for nothing. A new morning dawns, and the sun is shining over the southern prairie. Ernest and Doyle remain on alert, though so far the day has been quiet. Ernest has gotten his foot snagged on a low-lying root. And danger is approaching.